Today, the total cryptocurrency market cap lost $47 billion right before New York session opened and on into the beginning half of New York session, and then regained $47 billion right after that. As for the stock market, we had $650 billion wiped out from US stocks today as Trump's 8 p.m. Eastern timeline deadline approaches in 10 hours. We had the Nasdaq down negative 1.34%, S&P 500 was down, the Dow Jones was down, and then turned that around. And we come towards the end of New York session, rolling into Asia session, and stocks, the S&P 500 futures markets all rekindled all of their losses from the early half of New York session. Now is not the time to be guessing in this market. We're in a extremely headline driven market where one piece of news can shift everything in seconds. So in today's video breakdown, I'm going to show you guys how the institutional software that is offered with inside our private CYPRX Discord to our community members can prepare you for this current environment months to days in advance before these insane price swings happen in whatever asset class you guys are trading and investing in, whether it's crypto, commodities, futures, forex. We have it all. This is where most people get shaken out and where the discipline starts to separate themselves. The edge right now is not luck, it's education, it's environment, it's execution with proper risk management. Surrounding yourself with people operating at a higher level, learning from those who have already done the work, building real digital skills that will pay you in any market condition. Because the truth is that the ones taking trading and investing seriously right now are the ones who will be 10,000 steps ahead in years to come. So, first, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to show you guys that these large influencer accounts, and I'm just using random examples. I don't know these individuals. I don't know who runs the accounts, but I'm going to show you guys by taking their timestamps and comparing them to the timestamps that we offer here at CYPRX, where we show you guys all this information months/days in advance, instead of these lagging accounts where this information gets put out to you all after price action already moves. Which communities would you like to be a part of? A community that has the right data, considering that data is the new oil, the proper information to give you an edge in these markets, or following what the masses follow, what gets the hype, what gets the attention, and what leads retail traders to lose money time and time and time again because they're constantly lagging behind the market movements. So I'm going to take the timestamps, I'm going to correlate them on the trading view charts, and I'm going to show you guys all of this and everything that you have access to inside the private CYPRX community via our institutional software. So starting off with our personal timestamps, just so that way you guys can see where we put information out to our private community members. We could do this on Bitcoin, XRP. Today, we're specifically going to fixate our attention on the NASDAQ futures markets. If we come over here inside the private CYPRX Discord, I want to take you guys to a couple of different screenshots where I said to you all first over here, actually, let's go over to this post where I said, look at this and really take it in. This wasn't luck. This wasn't guessing. This is institutional data at its finest. Over 2 weeks in advance, our community had the 23940 buy-side dark pool mapped out. Yesterday at 2:48 p.m., our institutional scalper gave well-defined levels. Again, the 24078 and the 24405. All of this will make sense here in a second as I'll show you guys the screenshots, and they were clearly identified levels. Then the headlines hit. Momentum shifted. And what did price do? Price tapped into the 23940, and that was the immediate reaction today where price bounced from lows during New York session. It reclaimed the 24078, which gave it confirmation strength of buyers, and then it ran straight into the 24405 sell side liquidity, hit perfectly. This is what an edge looks like, not chasing candles, not reacting emotionally to news, but already knowing where price is most likely to move before it happens. And that is the power of our institutional software inside the private CYPRX community. The difference in this market is not who works harder. It's who has access to the right information, the right data, and who knows how to use it properly. While most traders were trying to figure out what just happened, you had the opportunity to be positioned before it happened. And so again, here we have the Kobesi letter. I'm assuming that I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but 1.6 million followers, ladies and gentlemen. Look how crazy this is. And again, look at the timestamps as to when they posted this. 3:27 p.m., April 7th, 2026. If we go back to this bull theory post here, 9:25 a.m., April 7th. All right. Inside our private CYPRX Discord, you come up here to the S&P 500 section to access our institutional software. And you come down here where we have a recent tagged post going back because we always pay attention to timestamps, where the 23940 was first given to our private community members. You can see here the date. We always pay attention to timestamps. It's not to flex, it's just to show you guys that our institutional software highlights these levels months, weeks, days in advance. Sunday, March 15th, 2026 at 12:26 p.m. You can see our institutional software highlighted a 23940 psychological level dark pool as a key area where buy dark pools sit in the market where price could react from. We come back over here to the most recent chat in the golden dawn section, and we pay even more attention to Monday, April 6th. So that was yesterday at 2:48 p.m. And with this timestamp, you can see two specific key levels were given, the 24078 and the 24405, both a buy dark pool and a sell dark pool. Now, if we fast forward and we go over to the trading view charts to show you guys all of this, all right? So here we have the timestamp from yesterday in our private community, Monday, April 6th at 2:48 p.m. This is where this screenshot was given, where we gave the institutional dark pools to our private community members of the 23078 and the 24405. Mind you, the 23940 was given all the way back on March 15th. Now, if you come down here to this yellow circle and we pay attention to this bull theory post, look at the time, 9:25 a.m., right down here at the bottom, 9:25 a.m., April 7th, 2026, and it says, $650 billion wiped out from the U.S. stocks today as Trump's 8 p.m. Eastern deadline approaches in 10 hours. So they gave this announcement, this post, which got 16,000 views. And I'm not calling them out. I'm just, again, trying to get my audience to see. Ask yourselves the question, are you tired of this stuff? I know I was. I know for a fact I got tired of it, which is why we created the CYPRX community for real traders, for real investors that want access to real information before it happens. We come over here and we look at where this timestamp is. Well, they let you guys know that $650 billion was wiped from the stock market at a bottom, not before, right? So if you look down at the bottom of my screen, you can see April 7th, 9:25 a.m. is right down here at the market bottom. And what do you notice about our institutional software? That exactly when this post was put out by Bull Theory at 9:25 a.m., is exactly where our institutional software came into key focus, 23940, as you guys can see right here. That is exactly where the NASDAQ bounced from today when the market flipped bullish. And again, want to remind you all, if we go back inside our private CYPRX Discord, we had this level all the way back on March 15th, 2026 as a key area of interest. Here you can see the date. Down here at the bottom, you can see 23940, literally weeks in advance. And look at how accurate this is. Where did NASDAQ bounce from today originally? 23940 to the absolute pip. Like, you can't get any more accurate than that. Let me delete this circle. Look at the wick straight down into 23940. Now, that's not all, right? If we pay attention to where price broke back above and retested, we retested the 23078 to the absolute pip yet again. And this 23078 key level here, or this dark pool, was given at 2:48 p.m. yesterday, right at the Asia session open via our institutional software. Now, where did price come up into? I want you guys to pay attention to this Kobesi letter post. All right. So you have the bull theory posting to you guys about bearish price action at a market bottom. And you guys have a follower account with over, how many followers do they have? 1.6 million. This is insane. 1.6 million followers. If you take the link to this post, copy it, and you bring it over to TradingView, they let you guys know that the market added, so it says breaking, the S&P 500 erases all losses and turns green on the day as Pakistan asks President Donald Trump to extend his 8 p.m. deadline by 2 weeks, and the market rallied. But look at where they're posting this out to you guys. They literally posted this out to you guys at a market top. If you look at our posts, again, a day in advance, price action went from 23078 straight up into 24405. All of these levels given to our private community members days, if not weeks in advance. This is the power of institutional software that we give to our private community members inside the Discord. Now, this is not to flex. This is not to say, hey, look, like our community is better than others. It's just to show you guys what you all can have access to, show you choose to access it. It is there for you all if you all need it. We would love to have you all in the community. It seriously just breaks my heart to know that people would rather follow this, would rather pay attention to this garbage. Look at this, 640,000 impressions, y'all. This is insane. Whereas level-headed accuracy, like what we give inside the private community, goes barely unnoticed. So in 2026, throughout the remainder of this year, seriously buckle down, lock in, ask yourselves the questions. Would you rather be a part of a community who is prepared week after week after week with updates day after day after day that are consistent and accurate before the moves play out? Or would you rather be a part of the communities in the herd that is always constantly chasing updates, chasing price action, and lags behind market movements? With that being said, many blessings to you guys. As I mentioned, you all can always access this material heading over to CYPRXtrading.com, tapping into our private Discord, try it out for a month. You guys have access to institutional deltas and dark pools on any given asset class or trading pair that you want. We have XLM in here, Bitcoin, HBAR, XLR, Solana, Ondo. We have forex pairs, GBP, JPY. We have gold, Euro USD if you're a forex trader, GBP USD. If you are in the Metallicus ecosystem, we have metal and XPR. We have futures, we have stocks. We have it all. We'd love to have you on the team. Come try it out for a month. See what the community's about. As always, be cognizant, be aware out there. Many blessings to you guys. Hope to see you on the inside, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.